They say as we evolve, our homes should too. Adding to this, design is a behavior, not a department, but is a journey of discovery. Hello and welcome to Rabbi Rashi Foundation. If you think good design is expensive, you should look at the cost of bad design. So we invited our very special guest, Deep Malarath, founder of Designify, qualified civil engineer, and herself a visualizer. Beautiful person at heart and very, very humble. आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है दीपमाला जी. Let's hear about your journey, about Deepmala, about her life. Over to you.
First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Rashi. And it's been really nice knowing you since last few weeks. And I appreciate the effort or the initiative that you've taken, and you've come a long way in helping people, helping or empowering women, and in general businesses, entrepreneurs. I have had a decade of experience now in the interior designing industry, and I started my career into interiors, although I'm a civil engineer. So the moment I graduated, I decided that, okay, this is what I want to do. And without, taking a second look, I jumped into designing because art and designing or fine art was my passion always. But I still wanted to do a graduation, which is somewhat similar to this. So I have completed different kind of designing courses. I did all kind of jobs, and I did a venture of my own into core designing as well, which was into execution, turnkey execution. But my passion was obviously entrepreneurship. So after getting 10 years of experience, I have now started my own startup, Designify. This is not really to monetize on the designing field or to deal with customers. It's B2B, and it's majorly to help entrepreneurs. So basically, Designify, the name as it suggests, is to help the designers do designing. That's all we do. And our customers are designers. So surprisingly, there are very less number of companies who do a company for designers. It's all for customers, right? So here, designers are the privileged customers, and that's all we do. And that's where I have come up with Designify since last 7 to 8 months. It's doing great, and I'm looking forward to building it and scaling it up.
And this is definitely a very different kind of an idea, getting all the designers together on a platform. And also working for the designers, right? That's what the idea is. Okay. So let's hear about this. And also, this has a very beautiful, unique name, Designify.
So, first of all, the model is about, like we say, for the designers, and like you say, right, by the designers. And so basically, our customers are designers, but our sellers or the business or service providers are also designers. The difference between these two is one is a junior designer who is a back-end designer or a 3D visualizer per se. They are also designers with not a lot of aesthetic information or knowledge, but they do have the technical skills. They know the softwares, but they are designers at the same. Now, there are front-end sales designers who are good in communicating, doing selling, but they do not have the software skills. So how do we make mix and match and do a matchmaking to make sure they have their individual potentials come together to do a business successfully? That's what the platform offers, that the freelancers offer their services and the designer take the services and exchange this. And obviously the platform would monetize from it. But the main focus of doing the business or giving this name is like I said, of course, since you Designify the whole world, right? So since it's related to design, I couldn't think of a better name than this. And nowadays you see like Shopify, Spotify. So I added Designify, and it resonates completely, and it's very easy for the designers to relate to it, and that's why the name. How it originated, the idea, it's very unique, or it's very interesting to tell you that it has originated right in the middle of pandemic. So there was a huge layoff, and there were a lot of people who had, pay cuts and job losses. And we got to know the huge unemployment we have with these high potential or highly skilled designers. At the same time, there are entrepreneurs or designers who are facing issue in getting the right designers to connect with them, to help them in their allied services. So what best could it be if I give a job and I give a temporary job to someone to have their side income, at the same time help these businesses scale by giving them very economical solution to let their allied services be supported by. So that's how the idea came up. And we started with a small pilot of, let's say, 50 to 100 people within the known circle within Bangalore, because I'm situated in Bangalore. And when I could validate the idea, that's when I invested and launched the platform.
We realized one thing at an NGO, most of the startups or most of the brands that came up during the pandemic, were socially based, and which is wonderful. And I think they all are doing great. What is the vision and what is the mission now about Designify?
Actually, to help the designers scale, and it's a platform for them, and we want to be the number one platform in India to start with. But the mission is very interesting, and it's directly related to women entrepreneurship. How it's related is because you know that designing is a female dominated industry, but it's very surprising to know, or when I got into this field, I came to know that designing is, yes, a female dominated industry, but the interior designing industry as a whole is male dominated. So there is a lot of support and guidance for those women entrepreneurs to needed to help them come on top. There is less than 5% of women who are on top, or who do good, or who scale into a business per se. They remain whole of their career as a designer. So why not support them, and whatever the whole business needs are, if you give them those support and guidance, they can be successful entrepreneurs as well. So that's the mission, that every designer, every good potential designer who has designing skills will be able to have their own business, not just a designer. So that's the mission behind it.
So what suggestion would you advise, to the upcoming startups and entrepreneurs, especially in this field? Over to you.
Sure. Before doing a startup, I would suggest everyone to have the knowledge or experience which is needed on the field. So before I did any company or venture, I made sure that I worked with few corporates, and I worked on few projects hands-on, be there on the site, because apart from your theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge is very important. So when you do a business, you will face a lot of challenges and hurdles unless you know the nitty-gritties or details. No matter how well your education background is, or how good the B school or college is, practical knowledge is important. So before jumping into it, either you have a partner who has it, or you gain knowledge on your own, and then you jump into entrepreneurship so that you know every single detail and you don't have to rely on others. Second thing, of course, is follow your passion. So whatever business you're doing, make sure that that's actually what you want to do. And it's not just for the sake of doing a business or earning something out of it. There should be a passion related to it, so that you don't get at any point of time demotivated, and you have the right motivation to overcome the challenges that you have, because your passion is with you.
So Deepmala, tell us about the different services Designify is offering.
As of now, we have started, like I said, we are a young startup into this. Designify offers one and only service, which is 3D visualization. So we give 3D visualization services through our freelancers to designers, and that's the need of our, because there are other companies who are giving other services, but there is no niche company who is giving this service at this competitive price, and with a flawless tech platform, and at the same time maintaining the timeline or SLA quality. So this is our first target. Once we achieve this, and once we have done it best, and we say that, okay, this is the best that we could do, and people have used it and they have some sort of dependency, then we would add up other services as per the designer's demand. Let's say material sourcing, if they need to know from where to buy materials for interiors and retail prices. Let's say we want to have some manufacturers onboarded, and they want to know, where do I manufacture my woodwork, and what's a good manufacturing partner for me. All those contacts, just say like Trivago, or you say Make My Trip, where you get travel details for the customers to book. They just compare the rates and all. So those are the services which we would be adding. Of course, it will be free of cost to designers. We would be leveraging on the manufacturers or OEMs for the prices and our monetization. Designers will pay only for 3D visualization. Rest of the services will be add-on and free of cost for them, so that they can leverage the platform as much as they could.
This is more about your business and your work area. I would want to know Deepmala as a social entrepreneur, as a social being, helping women entrepreneurs or helping social organizations. Let's have some words on that.
I have always written articles, and I have deep knowledge about my field, right, which is interior designing. But when you say a social responsibility, it can only be done if you focus on a typical area, right? So no matter how much I want to help or I want to be socially responsible, always I have stuck to my own field. So I would only talk about how I have visualized or my responsibilities in terms of interior designer. So like I said before, there are n number of designers who go through a life cycle of being a young designer, then being a mother, and then they would settle, and they would find it difficult to find a balance between their home and office life, and they end up with compromising on their career. That's exactly what I don't want, and I have helped many women entrepreneurs or designers to overcome that. It's a very small there are a combination of few small steps that they need to take to maintain that balance and keep that motivation or that energy running. So it could be there'll be a dip in the career at some point of time, but they can regain and come back. But that point of time, they need a mentor, they need a guidance, and they need the right support so that they can launch back. Let's say after a maternity leave of 2-3 years, they still need another company to take them in at the same position. And so that's where I have guided many of people and helped them. And luckily, I have got a lot of contacts in the industry since 10 years. So at the right time, you need to help them and give them the right contacts so that they can regain. That's one of my social responsibilities. I'll make sure that every designer is doing good in the industry. Not only Bangalore, pan India, because my job has taken me to all the 7 or 8 metropolitan cities. So I'm connected with them. I have a community of designers. Apart from that, I have another community of architects and designers where we connect with them, we understand their problems, and you can say a community of entrepreneurs. Right? So there are a lot of allied services an entrepreneur needs, let's say a CA service or a taxation service or anything that they are unaware of. Once those supports are given to them, they are good to go, right? So those are the things that we strive to supply, and whatever knowledge I could give free of cost and help them grow their business, or even let's say.
Wow. Simply wow. One amazing insight that I got, that all those people who were running their businesses pretty well, they stopped during the COVID. Why? Because they had that specific mindset that this is what they want. All those people who were not doing that great, or maybe who got laid off, or maybe who were waiting for a break, they got a break, and they could rethink again that this is the time to start. We could do this. I think that pandemic has been a blessing for many people. Just about just cribbing that there's a pandemic. I think a lot of people who were on a sabbatical, they got back, all of a sudden. So I think that's wonderful. And Deepmala, I would want you to speak about the uniqueness of your company, the different kind of unique, outreaches that you're doing. Let's talk about that.
Sure. So now I would not say that our company does not have a competitor, or no one has thought of this idea before. That would be lame to say that it's a very unique idea. So there are many companies who are doing this service, but that's for niche customer. Let's say the charges are so high that not everyone can afford. Good studios and good architects who has got a good clientele can afford. There are other companies who provide workforce to them, like they give you 3D visualizers or junior designers on hourly basis or monthly basis, and you can hire them, right? So these are the options available. And there's a third kind of competitor that we have is, you would have heard of Upwork, Freelancer, TrueLance. They give you freelancers on project basis, right? The only difference is all of these companies do not take ownership of the project. We provide you services or provide you resources to do the services. We do not commit the timeline. We do not commit the quality. We do not even commit if the freelancer would be there till the end of the project, because interior project goes for 3 to 4 months. Designing could go from 1 or 2 months, right? So a designer might need help of the person at any point of time. So if you can't rely on a third party, what we do is the platform makes sure that your project cycle is completed with us, no matter who does it at the back end. So we might get it done from different resources, but we'll maintain the quality timeline, and we will always be available 24/7. So none of the platforms none of the companies will give you 24/7 service. So if you need 3D visualization, you go and log in at night 1 a.m. and we give you exactly within 24 hours. So I can say the highest or rated USP in our service is whatever is the order value or whatever is the amount of quantum of work you give, the delivery time is 24 hours, 1 day. That's because our tool divides it amongst several visualizers who are trained to give same quality. So if you have a 4 BHK or you have a 10 BHK, you'll get the renders in 24 hours. That's the beauty of the platform, and which no one has tried on to provide as of now, maintaining the quality. And we are so competitive in the price because freelancers, when they get bulk of projects, they don't mind cutting off their little bit of margins, because at the end of the time they're getting fixed resources, they're getting a lot of projects. So we have that kind of tie up, we have onboarded such people. So hence it's very competitive. You cannot get this price anywhere else for the quality that we give. So that's the USP, or that's the beauty of the platform.
Giving this kind of service in the market, and it's 24-hour, bracket. I think this is beautiful, because normally when you go out for your visualization or your 3D work, I think designing work, they take weeks. The time has come to change. Get into the new designing of your home. Get in touch with Deepmala Rath. Get in touch with Designify. So we have Deepmala Rath's all the details in this feed, in this post, in this video. In case you want to write to her, her email is available on this video itself. Please get in touch with her. And thank you so much, Deepmala.